brothers and sisters, to realize this as a fact. Verse 1 says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness in the face of such have afflicted him and made no account of his labor. When they see it, when they see this righteous man standing in great boldness in their face, and they know they haven't made any account of our labor. So, I mean, you have those talking about reparation. Ain't no reparation come to us. If it was, we'd already have it. They talking about the deficit, talking about shutting the government down behind a wall. How much money do you think it would be if they really gave us reparations? It's never going to happen. That's why it says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness in the face of such have afflicted him and made no account of his labor. When they see it, they shall be filled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all they look for. You see? They got this fantasy type of way that they think this world gonna end and salvation is gonna come on this earth. Righteousness is gonna come on this earth. Now, they're going to be saying all these things. It tells you what they're going to be saying. I'm not going over that right now. I'm going to go to the main fact I want you to understand. No matter how much and how much time you have spent in teaching these other nations, especially Esau, because they're the superpower of the earth. This word, this is what they're going to say. When salvation is coming to Israel, through the power of the Most High and the Mashiach Yahushua, they're going to say this in verse 7, as it is written. We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Job 9:24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wherein who is he? I mean, he covered up the face of the Most High. Look at your Bibles. Pictures in the Bible. Cover the face of the Most High. Cover the face of Mashiach Yahushua. Oh, yeah. Cover the face of the Israelites until this day. Making movies still. Everyone's Caucasian. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? So, this is what they're going to say when salvation is coming to Israel. You want to know what's going to be said? This is what they're going to say. We reared ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Wickedness. Everything you can think of that's against the Most High's laws and destroying people. The water, the air, the minds of the people. Every way and shape you could think of, they wear themselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yeah, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way. Now we know, Mashiach Shai said, hey, I'm the way. In John 14:6. Listen. But as for the way of the Most High, or the way of a Mashiach Yahushua, we have not known it. So no matter how much you think in your wildest dreams, you teaching them, they're going to say, we have not known it. So that they're not going to get this. Just like 2/3 of our people, Yasharal, are not going to get this. It's written. And we're going to take the remnant of all these nations. They're going to be serving in the kingdom. Change of guard. Only ain't going to be like it is now. That's why I'm saying why people tripping and being in a righteous kingdom. Unless you wicked, you're going to burn with this kingdoms. All these kingdoms that dealing with following the way of Babylon the Great, Edomite nations and so forth, and those that are following them, join unto them in the wickedness that they're doing. Because look, they say they wear themselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. That's when salvation is coming to this earth. They went through deserts where there lay no way. But as for the way of the Most High, the way of a Mashiach Yahushua, we have not known it. That's clear. Make it mean something different. I challenge you. No matter how much you take the time to teach them, This is the end result. We have not known it. So, because why? They're doing what they're supposed to do. They were made for the day of evil, as we just read in Proverbs 16:4. So, all you just want to follow them in the evil, and not only them, but, like I said, Israel and come to higher heights of wickedness. You want to follow the wicked ones that's following the way of the heathen? And hey, you're going to find yourself falling with them. Look at Jeremiah 5:21. Most I said, hear now this, O foolish people that following the foolish nation that we've been put under. O foolish people, and without understanding, which have eyes and see not, which have ears and hear not, fear ye not me? The Most High said, fear you don't fear me? Said the Most High, will ye not tremble at my presence? So you think that fear don't mean to be afraid, to be scared of him? He said, will you not tremble at my presence, which have placed the sand for the bound of the sea by a perpetual decree, that it cannot pass it? And though the waves thereof toss themselves, no matter how high they get, yet can they not prevail? Though they roar, yet can they not pass over it? But this people have a revolting and a rebellious heart, a revolting and a rebellious mind. They are revolted and gone. You know what he said? Revolted and gone. Finished. Neither say they in their heart, which is your mind, let us now fear the Most High. People don't fear the Most High. They ain't scared of the Most High until he jack them, then you start crying to him. Then he's going to laugh and mock you. Neither say they in their heart, in their mind, let us now fear the Most High, our power. Hear that? He's the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He's our power. You don't even know nobody else, it says in Amos 3:2. You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Amos 3:1-2. Therefore upon us you for all your iniquities. But he said he only know us, the children of Israel. So neither say they in their heart, in your mind, let us now fear the Most High, our power. Power is a personal possessive pronoun showing ownership that giveth rain, both the former and the latter, in his season. He reserved unto us the appointed week of the harvest, blessing us. Your iniquities, our wickedness, our sins have turned away these things, and your sins have withholden good things from you. For among my people are found wicked men. They lay wait as he that set a snare, set a traps. They set a trap. They catch men. See? It's cold. Look at verse 28. They are waxing fat. They are waxing fat. They shine. Yeah. They overpass the deeds of the wicked. That's why, Israel, we got to come back. It say we overpass the deeds of the wicked. Man. See, Most High said in verse 29, shall I not visit for these things? Said our power the Most High. Shall not my soul be avenged on such a nation as this? Man. That's why we cannot follow these religions, false education, politics, or politics. Politics will suck all the blood out of you, won't they? I mean, they're already going to determine who's going to be in charge anyway. Your vote don't mean anything in this corporation of America. But some of you think it does because you lost. What are the benefits that's coming to us as a people? Who's standing up for us? You see? Everybody's just using us as commerce for their own gain. So looking at, as I said, what we're involved in and dealing with these kingdoms that are ruled over us, and the last kingdom that the Most High saved for last, which Satan just told you, the devil just told you, hey, all should be thine. Showed him all the kingdoms of the world in the moments of time. He said, all should be thine if you do what? Bow down and worship me. So that's why when you look at these scriptures of the Old Testament, when you see how you join unto them, you're going to fall by the sword, it makes sense. Because you see, they said in the end when salvation come to Israel, as for the way of the Most High, as for the way of Mashiach Yahushua, we have not known it. So if they don't know him, Most High said, he's not dealing with no one. He showed his word unto Jacob, his statutes and commandments unto Israel. You have not dealt so with any other nation. So as for his judgments, they have not known them. So how is it that you're going to follow anything that's set up outside from understanding the word of the Most High? Any religion, bring it forth. Any religion, bring it forth. And let's see if they're going by what this Bible says. Because people have made up their own power. This is what I believe in. This is what I'm going to do. And they suffer and they suffer and they suffer and don't realize why they all jacked up. Because they going to do whatever they want to do. They don't believe in the Most High. That's why he just said, our deeds overpass the deeds of the wicked. Dang. The Most High made them for the purpose that they're serving. In the end, we know what the end going to be. If you don't, then you ain't been listening. You ain't been listening. Like you say, you have ears to hear, but you can't hear. Eyes to see, but you can't see. Look. We got to come back to his law, statutes, commandments. Have faith in the Mashiach Yahushua, going to the Most High on our behalf. Fanning those flames. Most High is a consuming fire. So he's fanning those flames away from us. Else the Most High going to burn us up. So you're not burned up because Mashiach Yahushua is there fanning them flames from him. But when you sin willfully, he got something for you. He move out the way. So if you move away, if he move away from that, the fire of the Most High, what you think gonna happen to you? Or anyone, any of us? You're gonna burn. That's why he says, go to Hebrews 10. In verse 26. He said, for if we sin, which is breaking the laws of the Most High, his commandments, willfully, After that, we have received the knowledge of the truth. You heard the truth, and you deny, oh, I don't care nothing about what you talking about. Y'all hear you say you ain't supposed to touch a dead pig carcass, but I've been eating pig all my life. I'm going to continue to eat pig. Next thing you know, they all jacked up. Or people all jacked up in heaven, wonder why they all messed up, because they don't believe in the Most High. He said, you love me, keep my commandments. They don't love the Most High. He said, for if we sin willfully, after that we have received the knowledge of the truth. What's the truth? Psalms 119, 142. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. The law is the truth. There remaineth no more sacrifice for sins. I ain't going to the Most High on your behalf. That's what he's telling you. So I ain't wasting my time. Can you imagine the Most High? Which his ways and thoughts are not our ways and thoughts. But could you imagine Mashiach Abishai got to go to the Most High for wicked us, wretched us. And here they did it again. They know better Most High, but they did it again. Mashiach says, hey, look, I'm moving out of the way. You come to me again with this same sinful person? You dare come before me with this? Mashiach Abishai like, oh, he said, ain't no more sacrifice. Say, I ain't going through that no more. Forget it. I'm not going through it. I'm not going to the Most High on your behalf. That's what he said. I'm moving out the way. And some of you think you can go to the throne of the Most High without a Mashiach Abishai. The Most High say, hey, I will melt you. But understand, he's a consuming fire. You touch fire, you burn. He just said, if your name not written in the book of life, he's going to cast you to the lake of fire. He bringing fire to purify this earth, to cleanse it, to set righteousness up on this earth. Look, when we sin willfully, you know what's right. You've been told what's right. After that, we have received the knowledge of the truth. You've been told what's right. You know what's right. And you still go out and do something wicked. There remaineth no more sacrifice for sins. My sacrifice, the ultimate sacrifice. I ain't dealing with you. I ain't going to the Most High. You remember, it tell you in 2 Ezra 8:21, the angels stand before the Most High trembling. The devils tremble. Everybody tremble before the Most High. You think of Mashiach Abishai? Don't. He's an angel. The top angel. He got to go there behind us. And we going to the Most High, want him to honor us when you really dealing with this devil. Because you say all should be dying if you what? A lot of people don't realize they getting blessed by the devil. Then you come back and get his. A lot of people cut you off. Be finished. Don't even realize that you've been blessed by the devil. He said all should be dying if you do what? Bow down and worship me. If you ain't following what it says in this word, you don't know what it says. Like I just said, all you that don't believe that we under the law, Mashiach Abishai went to the law every single time. Isn't that what I just did and showed you? You can't denounce that. How are you going to go to the law to rebuke Satan, the devil, and you're going to say we're not under what it is that he used to go to and said, as it is written, it has been said, bam, where? In the law. You cut right there. Finished. Verse 27, Hebrews 10:27. But a certain fearful, looking for of judgment. That judgment is the punishment for breaking the Most High's laws, his rules and regulations. Everybody know about rules and regulations. And fiery indignation. Fiery indignation. I mean, he burning people up. Remember, we provoked him to anger? Gave us to a no people and a foolish nation. That fiery indignation, which shall devour the adversaries. Ooh. which shall devour the enemies. Adversaries means enemies. But if you think you can do whatever you want to do, keep on rolling like that. And ain't nobody came back and you rolling like that because ain't nobody came back and told you that you follow the same thing that they done, that they jacked up. They're gonna be jacked up when this judgment come down. Why? Because they doing whatever they want to do. And not following the Most High's law, such commandments. It's serious. People take it lightly. I love this. Go to Ezekiel 22. Verse 20. As they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace to blow the fire upon it, to make it hot and hotter and hottest, to melt it, so will I gather you in mine anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you. Yeah, I will gather you. He gonna gather us from all four corners of the earth, Yasharallah, and to the other nations. Besides the remnant that he's gonna save of all the other nations. Yeah, I will gather you and blow upon you in the fire of my wrath, and ye shall be melted in the midst thereof. As silver is melted in the midst of the furnace, so shall ye be melted in the midst thereof. You think you can do whatever you want to do. He tell you what he gonna do. And ye shall know that I, the Most High, have poured out my fury upon you. You gonna know this. Remember, if your name not written in the book of life, you can be cast into the lake of fire. That's what it's all about. At least I think it should be all about that. Y'all might have other intentions and what you're trying to do and how you want to do it. That's why it says in Ecclesiasticus 3:24, for many are deceived by their own vain, which is worthless, opinion. In an evil suspicion overthrown their judgment. We just read how our deeds overpass the deeds of the wicked. And the scripture say we taught the wicked ones our ways. And that's real. That's real talk. But see, we want to try and find a way to justify our wickedness as a people. Nah. And you want to justify the wicked and bring them into something that they're not invited into. 2/3 of our people ain't gonna make it. That's the Most High chosen people. Now you think he gonna allow other nations to make it? Not in the kingdom. Last I looked, there was a door for each of the 12 tribes of Israel. The gates. Ain't no gate for Esau, ain't no gate for Ammon, ain't no gate for Moab, ain't no gate for Ishmael, ain't no gate for Ham, Elam, or no other nation, except for the 12 tribes of Israel. Period. Those are the gates. That if you're of that tribe, you're going to that gate. See, people not really recognize. Go to Jeremiah 7:1. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, all 4 directions of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth, holding back the destruction. from the north, the south, the east, and the west. That the wind, which is just destruction, is nuclear. All we can think of right now is nuclear destruction. That the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having a seal of the living power of Mashiach Yahushua, coming with the seal of the Most High, like the signet. Like they sign things and they put their signet on it. Like a notary. Having a seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the four angels. You got an angel on the north, an angel on the south, an angel on the west, and an angel on the east. And he cried with a loud voice to the four angels, to whom it was given to what? To hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, don't hurt the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads, was in their minds. So the servants are who? 12 tribes of Israel, the Israelites. So let's prove that. Go to Isaiah 44 and 1 and 2. And we're going to jump down to verse 21. Proving who the servants are. Yet now hear, O Jacob, who is the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, my servant, see? And Israel, whom I have chosen. So the Israelites are the chosen of the Most High, and we are also the servants. Verse 2, thus said the Most High that made thee and formed thee from the womb, which will help thee. Fear not, O Jacob. Most High formed us from the womb, say He going to help us. That's who our help going to come from. If you do what He say do. Follow His rules and regulations, His laws, statutes, commandments. Fear not, O Jacob, my servant, see? And thou Jezreel, another name that the Most High called Jezreel, whom I have chosen. Remember He said Israel in verse 1, whom I have chosen. So Jezreel is another name for Israel, whom I have chosen. Now verse 21 makes it perfectly clear. Remember these, O Jacob and Israel, for thou art my servant. So when you see here in Revelation 7 and 3, by the time you get to Revelation, you should know all these precepts anyway, to even think about going here. You understand what it's saying? Verse 3, saying to the four angels that was holding back the destruction on this earth, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants who we just read are of the 12 tribes of Israel. Men of the 12 tribes of Israel. Servants of our power in their foreheads, in their minds, getting this truth, understanding it, bringing us back to the sheepfold. See? And it goes on to tell you about the 144,000, 12,000 from each of the tribes of Israel. You can't get around that. That's why Paul said, Most High has not cast away His people which He foreknew, the Israelites. He was an Israelite of the seed of Abraham of the tribe of Benjamin. So each tribe have a gate to go in the kingdom. So how is it you're not of the 12 tribes of Israel and you're going to be going into these gates? But you just dealing with religion. How is that? That's why I say you got to come out of that. You got to come out of being destroyed for lack of knowledge. Look, Revelation 21. And we can look at verse 12. It said, it had a wall great and high. It had 12 gates. It had 12 gates. Remember the 12 tribes of Israel? 12,000 from each of the tribes of Israel. The 144,000, the ruling party that's going to rule with a Mashiach Yahushua. But this is New Jerusalem. Look at verse 10. And he carried me away in the spirit to a great and high mountain, and showed me that great city, the holy Jerusalem, descending out of heaven from the Most High. See? Verse 12, and had a wall great and high, and had 12 gates. So it's going to be 12 gates. And all the gates, 12 angels. And at the gates, 12 angels, an angel for each gate. And names written thereon, which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel. Can't get around this. It's the last book of the Bible. So it says, on the east, 3 gates. So you're going to have 3 tribes. That's going to have 3 gates on the east. On the north, 3 gates. So on the north going to be 3 gates. That's 6 so far. On the south, 3 gates. So on the south going to be 3 gates. That's 9. And on the west, 3 gates. That's 12. See? So when you go into the gates, it's going to be the gate of the tribe that the Mashiach Shai going to let you know that you are. If the Most High will, we make it. But that's the gate you're going to go through. So if you're not of the 12 tribes of Israel, how are you going through those gates? You just a son of the Most High. You just whatever y'all say, y'all. I'm a Baptist. A matter of fact, I had like 79 different identities when I asked brothers, what's your race? 79? Anything except for being an Israelite. I just pray that the Most High, bring us out of the darkness into the light, because people finish poor. So, when you look at, most I say, you're going to give us 2. A no people and a foolish nation. We've been in captivity under mostly all these nations. They benefit from us being in captivity. So you think they're going to show you the way of the truth? No. That's why this Apocrypha 14 books was taken out of the Bible, while you have a revived version of the Bible. And it's sad because our people, they love it so. They want to continue to be in darkness. Instead of the marvelous light the Most High will have us to be in. Those that's going to hear Him and adhere to what we have to do in loving Him. So what you gonna do about it? Look at 1 Thessalonians 5:3. For when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travaileth upon a woman. Let you know, this sudden destruction he's talking about coming upon us gonna be like contractions that a woman has when she's having a baby. The contractions are far apart. They get closer and closer and closer and closer and closer and closer till she have the baby. That's how he's comparing it to Jacob's trouble. For when they shall say peace and safety, no justice, no peace, peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travaileth upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. That's what the Most High said. We're not going to escape from this sudden destruction that's come upon us. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness. Hopefully you're not. Which means ignorant, not knowing. That day should overtake you as a thief. See, the day's coming like a thief. Unless you're in darkness, it's going to overcome you like a thief. You don't know what a thief coming. So you're all the children of light. It's 1/3 that the Most High is grabbing back to the sheepfold. Mashiach Yahushua, the foundation that everything is built upon. Ye are the children of light and the children of the day. We the Israelites, Hebrew Israelites today. We are not of the night, nor of darkness. Therefore let us not sleep, as do others. That's why you can't be sleep as do other people. They don't really realize that they're in dark, they're ignorant. They're in ignorance because the Most High, He put them in ignorance. He don't want everybody to be saved. Else everybody be understanding what it is that this Bible is talking about. They are all the children of light and the children of the day. We are not of the night nor of darkness. Therefore let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober, be focused. Let us watch and be sober. Can't be no alcoholic, no drunk, because you can't think right. I mean, we don't drink, we drink. Mashiach Yahushua, they call him a gluttonous and a wine bibber. Matthew 11:19. First miracle he done was what? Turn water into wine. But you got to drink in moderation so you have your right mind. For they that sleep, sleep in the night. They that's ignorant, this is night right now because of who's ruling. In darkness. And they that be drunken are drunken in the night. They that be drunken, they drunken in the night. You know, at that time it get dark, right? I mean, it's like, we require a sign, Jesus requires a sign, so He's giving us something that we can relate to. But it's deep, spiritually. Because you're staggering. You can't, when you're drunken, you don't really have your faculties together where, I mean, you can't really maneuver. You might know whatever you know, but when it comes down to being drunk, you can't maneuver like you would if you wasn't drunk. And they that be drunken are drunken in the night. This is night right now. But let us who are of the day, who have the light, be sober, be focused. Putting on the breastplate of faith in the Most High, believing in Him, having hope and love, keeping His commandments. And for an helmet, the hope of salvation. See? The hope of salvation, power, rules, and authority on this earth forever and ever and ever in righteousness. For the Most High hath not appointed us to wrath. Not those that's in the light. He hath not appointed us to wrath, but to obtain salvation, power, rulership, and authority by our power, our master, Mashiach Yahushua, as He come to judge and make war and set righteousness upon this earth. Who died for us? Who He died for? Acts 5:30 and 31 tell you. Repentance to Israel and forgiveness of sins. Who died for us? Did He die for everyone? Matthew 15:24. But He answered and said, I am not sent, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Who died for us? 12 tribes of Israel. That whether we wake or sleep, whether we awake or sleep, we should live together with Him. We got opportunity to live together with Him. Wherefore comfort yourselves together and edify one another, even as also ye do. See? So, and we beseech you, brethren, Israelites, to know them which labor among you. You got to know them that labor among you, not just hearing somebody speak and you can't even talk to them. You can't even reach out to them. Know them that labor among you and are over you, Bahasham Mashak Yahushai, and admonish you. You got to know them. Like a lot of people don't know me. You don't know the leaders of Yasharala. You think you do, you really don't. What's going on when the book is closed? Now you don't have a clue. That's why it says, and we beseech you, I listen to this, brethren, to know them which labor among you and are over you by Hashem Mashiach Yahushai, and admonish you. So I know all the elders that taught us all. You should know them. They should know you. And to esteem them very highly in love for their work's sake. Esteem them very highly in love for their work's sake, the works that they've done. And be at peace among yourselves. See, be at peace among yourselves. Too many brothers going against each other, exalt themselves. You ain't nothing as you ought to be. Else, take the place of a Mashiach Yahushai and teach us for 1,000 years. It's going to be you? I don't think so. If it's a fearful thing to fall into the hands of living power. Think about it. Mashiach Yahushai move out of the way. Most is a consuming fire. And the Mashiach Yahushai ain't said, hey, you sin willfully after you know the truth? Better humble yourself before the Most High humble you. Crying to the Most High for us, man, because it's going to be a whole lot of brothers that's not going to make it that we see now because they don't have humility. And they ain't showing the brothers and sisters how to be humble before the Most High. You hear what he just said? He said, I'll melt you. I'm going to melt you. If your name not written in the book of life, you're going to be melted. Understand this. I mean, over and over again, we know you got two choices that he gave us. Choose one. Life or death. But if you already feel you got life, you're already in the kingdom, what number are you? I'll say it again. Do it offend you? Because I tell you the truth. What number are you? What number is your leader? Of the 144,000? Or what tribe? Or the 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel? What's his seat on the chariot? What's your position in the kingdom under a Mashiach Yahushua? If you can't say that, you better humble yourself. Because you know the Most High going to be all in all. That's what it's about. That's why, hey, look, you heard him say, hey, maybe some of you don't know. You better recognize. That's why he say you got to fear the Most High. He said, well, you not fear me? What you think he's playing?